Welcome back. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick has many talking about his recent protest of the national anthem. Now his jersey sales are through the roof, at the top 5 of jerseys sold on NFL.com. Joining us right now, ESPN Radio host Robin Lundberg. Robin, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So what are your thoughts here on the spike in Kaepernick jersey sales?
Well, I think it just shows that his message has resonated with a lot of people, and for many of them, this is their way to kind of support, right? I'm going to go buy the jersey. I'm going to represent Kaepernick so people know that I'm sort of standing with him in not standing, because I don't think many people are buying the jerseys to burn them.
But you know what? He made a couple comments. I mean, the national anthem really upset people. He would not stand for the national anthem. But then he made comments about the presidential election, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Some people agreed with him and didn't agree. What are your thoughts on this, Dagan?
I think are some people buying the jersey thinking he's going to get cut, and it might be actually worth something?
No, he made the 53-man roster, and they named Blaine Gabbert the starter. I would bet you Kaepernick's starting by about week 5. He's the better player when he's healthy. I think the best thing that he did after all that, after the initial reaction, is clarify some of what he had said, because, I mean, the whole presidential election stuff, we didn't really deal with too much, you know, with ESPN and all that. But as far as, you know, clarifying that he was not against the military, he even adjusted his stance to be on one knee rather than sitting down.
So that was intentional?
Yeah, I think that was.
One day, and then he talked about he was going to donate money to certain causes.
Well, I think, you know, there's been some, you know, ugliness with this, the old socks that he wore before. But I think the one thing he's done that's been very positive is shown that he's willing to listen, because that's part of his whole message, is he wants people to listen to what he has to say. So he has listened and adjusted his stance and his protest, which shows that it's not like a one-way street.
Then there's Johnny Manziel, right? After being cut by the Cleveland Browns, the NFL quarterback is going back to school. A school spokesperson confirming the enrollment on Monday. Is this the beginning of Johnny football's return?
Well, let's hope it's just the beginning of the end of his descent. I wouldn't go so far as to seeing him back on the football field. But with Johnny Manziel, I mean, it seemed like he's a guy with a real problem. So every time you would read a story or see a new headline come out, you would almost fear the worst. Now, at least this is a step in the positive direction. Though I saw his major was recreation. I don't know if he needs to be messing with recreation so much.
He can't.
I think it was, at least it wasn't pharmacology. That could have been.
He's not going to have a career, is he? I mean, he's done.
It's tough because he didn't play well enough. You know, like there's always this scale of distraction and talent, and he didn't play well enough for a team to go, all right, we're going to want to deal with all the talk we'll have about signing Johnny Manziel. So that's the big thing in the NFL, is about the distractions.
But again, given what he was doing when he was at A&M initially, didn't people recognize that? I know he didn't go that high in the draft. I forget where he went when he was drafted by the Browns. But again, they knew his nature. They knew what he was about. He was about partying, not really focusing on his game. And I don't know why there was the buildup in the first place.
Well, he fell in the draft a little bit because of size issues, and as far as the way he would translate in the pros. But I think there was a bit of a difference in how the whole partying thing was viewed, because at the time you could think, all right, he's a college kid, it's frat kind of stuff going on, and then he starts missing, you know, scheduled events and all that sort of stuff that makes you think, okay, there's actually a problem involved.